I was talking with my friends one day when I was told to visit a page. At first, I didn't look him up, but after a little while, I ended up popping on my phone, opening up TikTok, started scrolling my For You page. Lo and behold, it was him. My curiosity was piqued, as was apparently a cumulative 42,000 other people's. Versa's first TikTok post would garner 1.5 million views within the first week of its release, which is crazy. TikTok has millions of users, sure, but a brand new account with 0 posts, first video goes this viral? That's nutty. The audience, myself included, had questions. Who is this guy?
Most of my content will be screenshots or recorded from my phone that I'm recording this on. If you're curious who I play the most when it comes to Dead by Daylight, I mainly play the killer side, but I do play survivor as well. My killer main is Freddy Krueger, and my survivor main is Quentin Smith. So yeah, I mean, pretty much the entirety of the half-ass Nightmare on Elm Street, you could say.
A week passed and I was talking to the same friend who had recommended Versa's page in the first place, when he mentioned to me that I should think about making a video showcasing Versalord's TikTok.
You remember that Versalord guy I told you about?
Yeah, what about him?
You can do a video on him.
It was a great idea, sure, but about what? I had no information, and however much I wanted it, the audience Versa had garnered, they wanted it more. So I sought to find out about the legend from, well, the legend himself. I figured I could get in touch with Versa through his newly created Discord server, so I hopped over there and I joined. I sent Versa a message and got no response. That's okay, he's a busy guy. So I messaged his mods. At first they were hesitant, but eventually they got me set up for an interview. Here we go. Versa was raised by a single mother, however stated his grandfather played an influential part in his upbringing.
Yeah, my family is present in my life. I'm not going to mention their names. My grandpa is the one who really helped me in my school years because my mom was busy at work most of the time. So he would take my mom, well, me and my sister, and we would go to his house and he would help influence me and stuff, and I would have deep talks with him. Grandpa was my father figure growing up because, yeah, I did not have a father.
No way, not in this commercial.
He would struggle in school with bullying. This bullying would not be aided by Versa's diagnosis with both ADHD and autism.
Again, I am neurodivergent. Yes, I have autism and ADHD. When it comes to, let's say, earlier years, I was a very hyperactive kid and very, didn't have the correct meds for that kind of type because I was diagnosed with high-functioning ADHD and autism, both high-functioning, at early age of 3.
With Versa's ADHD and autism would come hyperfixation, and in his earlier high school years, he would find himself fixated on a particular online phenomenon. Jeff the Killer is a wildly popular creepypasta, or online, scary, made-up campfire story type thing. You get the idea.
Horror, which I'm still into now, or got back into really, because I'm fine with sharing this because it's basically my entire school would know about this because I got a nickname for it. I got interested in a killer creepypasta called Jeff the Killer.
Versa's fixation on this character and the horror genre in general would lead him to begin to imitate Jeff in real life, citing instances of pretending sticks were knives at school and stabbing a curtain in his home with a knife.
Basically, I would try to wear a hoodie, black pants, tennis shoes as often as I could, even without cleaning and everything. And my mom would have to stop me from trying to buy a white hoodie. I would smile like this and stuff like that. Or I would pretend sticks were knives and go around hitting things. And I also stabbed a curtain at my home.
Versa's obsession would accumulate in his junior year of high school when he claims he jokingly said he would murder some students, resulting in him being banned from an elementary school. So, yeah.
I was banned from the playground that my sister was actually going to at the time because I threatened some kids to kill them. It was not actual threatening. I was role-playing Jeff the Killer and got banned because I said that.
But you know, people do change, and Versa seems to know that this was a massive, massive mistake. So I don't see a problem overlooking something like this as long as Versa remains on the path he's currently on. It was also at this time that Versa would begin posting pleas for help on Reddit via his various accounts, stating he feared that Jeff and some of his very own original horror characters were lurking in the shadows, fearing even to go to sleep at night with the lights off. Versa would attribute these hallucinations to severe stress caused by personal life issues and bullying at school. Following the elementary school incident and the horror-filled hallucinations, Versa would look to cleanse himself of these negative forms of media and move to express himself creatively. He would begin to produce music, write stories, and work to expand the Versalord OC, an imaginative, expansive universe which Versa hopes to one day bring to the public. This very universe is responsible for his online name, a homage to one of his fictional heroes.
Versalord himself is the incarnation of existence who was accidentally created by the god-esque version of God in the universe, whose name is Versal. Versalord, originally when I was trying to come up with a name for my main OC, the main character, like Universalord would sound good. But the full name nowadays is Goldinison Versalord is the full name of the character. But if you want to go by what he's mostly called, it's Versalord.
He would also find his love for video games during this time, a love that he states is always growing.
It just kept continuing to grow the more through high school and basically peaked through after high school. First game I actually remember playing was on the Nintendo GameCube my mom got me, and it was Shrek Racing. I have a lot of favorite games that keep on rotating. So if I were to say my favorite game right now, personally, it would have to be Dead by Daylight and Fortnite. But if you were to go back in the past, I really loved Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
This portion of the video was originally supposed to have some information about Versa's living situation and his placement in a group home. After a little while of me editing the video, Versa ended up texting me and asking me not to include this stuff. So if you'd like to know a little bit about his group home situation, you can check out his TikTok. He's got a TikTok on there explaining it, but otherwise we're just going to get back to the video. While talking about Versa's living situation, I asked about the flags on the wall and how they pertain to him. Versa let me know that he identifies as
polyamorous and omnisexual, which again is those flags in the background. Top one is polyamorous, bottom omnisexual. So polyamorous means I can have multiple partners, but it's all a consensual relationship, meaning every single person has to have consent to do so, to be in the relationship. You can't, if the one says no, then it's a no. And omnisexual means it's basically pansexual, where you don't care what gender you date, but instead you do have a preference, basically.
Versa has big goals for his content creation, wanting to put an emphasis on video games with scheduled uploads to his TikTok. When asked if he planned on streaming or uploading to YouTube, he stated he wanted to focus more on his TikTok than anything, but would eventually make his way to those platforms. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video and like to see more, lucky for you, there's a part 2 that's going to be coming out within the next couple weeks that really delves into the Discord server and some of the stories that have already come out of that. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and stay on the lookout for that video. Quick shout out to Jake, who is responsible for most of the music in these videos. Great friend, very talented musician, and you guys should absolutely check out his work. All of his links will be in the description. Until next time.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Versalord and Internet Ghost. And see ya, everyone. And remember, stay golden out there.